So the project that we're doing is centered around consent, and we really want to start a conversation about like where consent hits this like gray area, because it's not always black and white, and our project is called the gray area. So we have these consent puppets, and my partner and I are demonstrating scenes where there would be or would not be consent, and we're having the kids identify if they are or are not and why.
The way we were thinking is like acting out very familiar situations where there's consent and then being like, see, you can apply this to intimate relationship contexts. We could have just, kind of like stood there and acted out the things, but we thought maybe a puppet show would be a little bit more fun.
So when I was in high school, I was basically taught yes means yes and that's it. And we know that that's not the case. First of all, a lot of times when you say yes, you don't really mean yes. And that's really important to be able to identify in other people, and it's important to be able to listen to someone and say like, oh, well, that person may not be so sure. And so like if you say sure instead of yes, like maybe that's an opportunity to ask another question or ask if it's okay or take it a little slower.
We don't necessarily communicate with words, or sometimes our words in our body don't say the same thing, and different things like that. So just thinking about all the ways in which consent is not so clear.
And I think something else that's really important is talking about that it's not a rejection. When somebody says no, there are things that like you can hold hands instead of kissing, or you can cuddle instead of making out. Like there are things that you can do that are like close and not like, no, I never want to see you again.